I've now created all my parts, and we can use one of the neat features in Inventor to show all that. I'm going to click on the this button right here, and that will show all the windows I have. I can close the stupid one here. If I hit that again, it will like organize them all. So now I have my 5 parts. It's time to make them like the Power Rangers, go together and make a single item. So we're going to take and make what's called an assembly. We've done this before, but usually just in 2 dimensions. This is going to be a 3-dimensional assembly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and maximize this window, and I'm going to place all 5 of my parts in here. I'm going to sort of place them in there, and I'm going to drag them apart so they're not all on top of each other. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to go look at my puzzle cube drawing. And I'm going to pick a piece to be sort of the central piece. And I think I'm going to make this gray piece the central piece because he is sort of the back wall. So I'm going to go switch over to there. I'm going to right click on this guy. And I'm going to right click. And I'm going to ground this guy. That means this guy can't move. The rest of these can. So now I'm going to look at my puzzle cube drawing. And the next thing I could easily put in, and I could probably throw in the green piece. And he's going to go underneath the lip. So let's make sure I'm looking at this the right way. I need to face the cube like that. And now going back to my drawing, the green guy is going to come up and underneath here. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to constrain. I'm going to start by flushing the front of this face to the back of this face. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to flush this side to this side. And I'm going to do the same thing to the bottom. Now again, we're going to need 3 constraints per part to lock it in place. So now I have that part of my cube. Go back to my drawing. And I'm also going to set my home view to this orientation. Right click, set home, fit to view. Now if I click on the house, it'll automatically give me this view. So now let's take and put the blue piece in here. So I'm going to take and I'm going to rotate this thing so I can see that side. And the blue should go up along the green and stick out that way. So the bottom and then the upper part goes right up the middle. So I'm going to constrain, and I'm going to say this time, I'm going to mate this back surface here to this spot right here. And now I can take and do the rest of the work. So I can flush this back. Oh, nope, I grabbed the wrong wall. This wall and this wall. And this wall and this wall. Nope, that doesn't help. I need to flush the bottom. So constrain, flush the bottom with the bottom. Apply. So now if I go look at my drawing, that looks right. This is sticking out. The next guy I'm going to put in is my teal piece. So the teal piece is going to go on here and sit that way. So this bottom gets flushed to the bottom of here. Apply. And now we're going to sort of manually move him over to make sure we're in the right ballpark. Nope. We need to flush this guy here to this guy here. Apply. I'm going to then move this guy back in again. And we're going to make sure that's right, which it doesn't look good. So we have done something terribly wrong. So that definitely is not right. If that's not behaving itself, I'm going to go under my teal and delete all the flushes, because obviously I screwed that up. Let's try putting the red piece on instead, because I'm having trouble getting that working. So let's do the red one. This is a whole different thing. So I know this surface here is going to be mated to this surface here. And I know the back of this cube, this guy, goes to the back of here. Next can be a mate. So I'm going to go under my red part. Oh. So I'm going to constrain. I'm going to flush this side to this side. That looks good. And then I'm going to flush the back side. Apply. Now let's take a look here at my teal piece. It's possible that I designed my teal piece wrong. So he has to go in here and then go this way. So I've misdesigned my teal piece. That's fine. Let's go take and fix him. So I can do this manually, or I can go back into my part, or if I take and I close this guy, I can now go to my assembly and I can modify him in situ. So I'm going to put this where I want it to be. So I'm going to constrain. I'm going to flush this side to here and flush the bottom to here. And then we're going to fix that piece. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to double click on this piece. Oh, I also need to flush the outside. So one of those flushes was not right. Apply. So now they're kind of merged into each other. That's not good, obviously. So I'm going to remove this flush because that doesn't help me. Just extra mates can cause all sorts of problems. And now we're going to jump into this piece and we're going to fix him up. So if I go to his extrusion 1 was wrong. So I'm going to take and double click on the sketch. And I'm going to delete this part, and this part, and this part, and this part. I'm going to make this 0.75. I'm going to draw a cube like this. I'm going to use the equals key to set this guy equal to that. That's just like clicking this button, but does it for me. I'm going to mention this to, I'm going to also say equals. This side here is equal to this side here. And now I can dimension from this side here to this side here, be 0.25. I also need a block over here. So I'm going to take and draw a second rectangle off from here. I'm going to click on the left so I can actually see what I'm doing. And I'm going to say equals. This is equal to this. And this is equal to this. I'm going to finish. It's going to give me an error. I'm going to hit accept. I'm now going to double click on this extrusion 1. And I'm going to make sure I select, go to profiles, and add this profile and this profile in. Okay. Now, this guy's completely wrong. I'm just going to delete him completely. I'll consume everything. And then we're going to go over here. And I'm going to start a sketch on the top here. And I'm going to draw a rectangle from here to here. I'm going to hit equals to make this top equal to the side. And dimension this to 0.25. And now I'm going to extrude that profile going inwards. And that will take care of the overall shape. Now I have my puzzle cube. Now, I do have an angry flush, so I'm going to take that flush and delete it. I'm now going to move my piece out. And we know this guy needs to constrain. I'm going to say this flushes to this. Apply. And the top flushes to the flush top. We should never leave angry or errored constraints. If I go to my home view again, and I go look at my puzzle cube drawing, that is that piece. So I completely messed up drawing it, and that's fine. I was able to easily fix it once everything else was in place. So we're going to do a couple finishing touches, and that will be in the next video. And then we're also going to take and build the video to show how these go together. So build a assembly video.